Freddie, did you hear that when I was speaking then, by the way? Because it means it is coming through the headphones, because I walked about 50 yards away.
Yeah, we can hear you. You're just a little bit quiet.
Yeah, I'll turn you up.
Yeah, you just seem a little bit, and your voice, your micro just seems a little bit more sensitive than usual, which is fine. We can catch up.
Cool.
All right, Curtis, old man Curtis, you are doing the catch up this week. I heard you rewatched the entire of last week's session. You even made your own little quest log to share with the group.
After the info dump we got last week, yeah.
Info dump? What you're talking about?
Actually, it was last week. It was the week before, to be fair, but the days are merging into one.
All right, let's see what you got.
Where are we? So, recap. Started off with the captured Otho after we caught him in his tower and defeated his many magical vibrating wands. He tells us he can't leave because his work's nearly finished. So maybe we should go back to that tower at some point and check what work was nearly finished, or maybe we'll just resolve all of that when we go to the university later on. We then transfer the Furbolg to the Ironblood estate, and then we proceed to interrogate him. And then we find out that Hadar is the current owner of Elsef's missing soul, like the half that's missing, at least anyway. Hadar, it's attached itself to Hadar, the current Fey leader and the leader of the university. And that the portal is also in the library, but it hasn't been able to be used to transport a significant number yet. And it can also not transport the Fey Father. Apparently, he's a bit too powerful of a being. We lock Otho in the vault for the night and fail to prepare for any defense against Hadar, who we expect to arrive to silence Otho, which doesn't give any more information away. She does attempt to be diplomatic, but it's not possible whilst within Zerxol's 100-foot aura of influence. And Spooker arrives up to start the combat. We then batter Hadar, who then also calls upon the Vhagar, the Fey Father, and he replies with the Sons of Vhagar, which he doesn't seem particularly happy about. So maybe they aren't that useful, but they still rocked up. As we were fighting them, Goldpetal from the Vampires Guild also showed up to collect the bounty on Zerxol's head, who also failed on that matter. We ended up defeating the three sons, and then Grildor and Zerxol chase off what's his name, Goldleaf, to and sort them out as well. From there, we're going to consider how we're going to get Elsef's soul back into a body once we remove Hadar and we get her killed. We didn't know if it was just going to be an easy transfer or not from there. And then we also decided that Otho isn't useful enough to keep alive, and he is an active terrorist in the city. So we dispose of him justly, and then we're considering putting him on the bridge, either to send a message or for him to inevitably become a martyr.
I mean, deposing justly, cutting off his head with a single swing. Maybe. Choking him to death.
I mean, you did indeed torture him and then choke the guy to death after he pleaded several times, saying that you needed him. He begged. He said he would help. Alas.
That's a worrying GM hint, that is.
He didn't convince us he was going to be useful enough, so we got rid.
You did indeed.
We also found that the portal was underneath the monolith in a large room. That was a bit of information he did give away before he passed, but other than that, we didn't really get much out of him.
Did the sheets change?
Did they? You tell me. I haven't looked at your character sheets.
No, there's like these giant blue check marks. I feel like they looked different before.
Oh yeah, they've changed colour, haven't they? They didn't used to be blue and white.
Yeah, I feel like they were grey. No, please continue. This is
Anyway, yeah,
completely
so I believe we
irrelevant.
ended the session as you guys were heading northwestward towards the Cewson Bridge. Because Macra had a thing about throwing his body, as an example, over the edge.
Yep, sounds about right.
You were going to hang him over the Cewson Bridge. I think Amon visited you in the morning, and his suggestion was if you want something to be seen, that's where it's normally seen, because the main thoroughfare goes under it. And normally that's where some criminals are like gibbeted, like hanged in cages for the rest to see. So are you heading there as a group, or are there people hanging back? Are there people going different directions? I mean, it's the beginning of a day. The last night's bombardment has ended. So you've got kind of like a few hours in the morning, free time to do whatever you want. So, I mean, I know that Methrol was going, and Anna had just returned with all of Grildar's family to have breakfast and just basically hide out in the estate for the time being.
Zerxel's going with the body because he's bleeding it.
Oh, I do remember you bleeding it, actually, last week. That's where we ended it, like...
Yeah, I did forget. We ended it on him bleeding a pint from the body.
So we got Zerxel Macro with the body. Who else?
Nah.
Nope. Grilldar?
No.
Nope.
So back in the
If
estate.
family's back, then I have other matters to attend to.
That's fair enough. Alright, we'll start with the body then. So Macro and Zerxel, you head past the Knife and Hound, the tavern that you guys were at previously, the night before having the meeting, and you see the Great Cewson Bridge above you, 4 statues that border it, so 2 on one side and 2 on the other. It stands about 80 foot above you, and as you walk under, the entire bottom rafters that keep the bridge in where the way it is filled with birds, and the ground around you is just slippery with droppings. To get up there, because you can see it's currently surrounded by Mokhul troops, because Newtown, the Cewson Bridge leads to, of course, houses Bretonian soldiers and Atlantean kind of pirates and traders. And it's been surrounded by, you can see, several hundred troops all around its bluff face and all around certain elevators. To get up, there are staircases, but you can see guards in groups of 4 or 5 wielding long rifles and scimitars, just basically guarding the way up.
That's problematic.
It is.
Yeah, I think they might have something to say about carrying this body up there, to be fair.
That's what the Lord said.
Yeah, ideally we don't want some more, like, noticing us, really. Well, might be an issue. Is there nowhere lower down then we can hang it from, or is it literally we've got to go up these stairs to hang it where we want?
I mean, you can see the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, you have to get high up to get to the bridge.
I mean, you could climb the bridge from the bottom side, right?
Mm-hmm. If you're particularly stealthy, you could try it, yeah.
I mean, that's what...
Oh, so we down at the bottom, under the bridge at the moment then, and we just need to be able to get on either side to cross.
Yeah, there are stairs built into the bluff faces. Well-used stairs, but main traffic goes over the bridge, obviously, because it's wide and strong and can take carts and stuff. However, there are several elevators that lead up into Newtown as well, but they all look to be guarded. That stumps you both, doesn't it? Like...
Not really. Zerxel just said go in. I don't care.
We haven't put this body or anything in anything, have we? Just kind of got him slumped over my shoulder whilst he's bleeding this blood out of him.
We've got a comment that says, because of Old Man Curtis, dealing with Zerxel has aged Curtis horribly.
Incredible.
I feel like dealing with Curtis has aged Curtis horribly.
Oh, yeah.
So what's your plan? I mean, you're currently wheeling a cart with a body in the back where it's covered, but you see that more and more people are leaving the city this way. People going back and forward. people rushing past you on camels that are barded and armoured, soldiers carrying supplies, people on horseback going back and forth, proper soldiers. You see adventurers heading to the front.
I imagine it's quite a heavily trafficked area near the Knife and Hound as well.
Yeah, even though the tavern is closed.
Yeah, alright then. We'll probably just stick him up there somewhere, like not on the Knife and Hound, but nearby.
Alright, so you find a nearby road gibbet, like a hangman's L. Because this road would usually be used for that as well. And there is
sweet. Yeah, so this is one of them pre-existing ones. So before we put him up, we'll carve Fey Fucker into his we do it on his chest and his back. Just carve that into him, bit of a message, and then string him up.
Wow. Okay.
Away.
Alright, Xerxil, as he's doing this, you notice you're being watched by an elf in some what looks like fine white robes with green trim. She has a crown of garland around her head, and she's got a dagger in a sheath, like a gold belt, and she's just staring at you guys with her emerald eyes. She's stopped
I
in
will
the
stare black with my pissy black eyes.
Just kind of backs into the crowd. Yes. Okay, it's done. You managed to put him in the gibbet, grab the chain, pull him up, tie it around the lock mechanism, put the pin in, and no guards seem to be really taking notice of you. They're all rushing back and forward. The ones near the stairs are drinking from wineskins, looking like they're finishing their morning shift.
Yeah, sweet.
All right,
I imagine they've got better things to be worrying about.
All right, we'll head over to Elzef. What are you up to?
Elzef is making breakfast.
Okay, sandwich? Okay, Grildar.
Yeah, just checking up on the family, seeing how everything is. Is the trip there and back safe? Is everything okay there? That kind of questions. See how they're holding up.
Lasria is the one to speak up, as always. Anrin is busy in her books. But Lasria says, yes, Skagfo House seems to be fine. There's lots of refugees there. It's a bit dirty. But, we were discussing last night, Gilda, and if this bombardment continues, we're going to leave. Jendel looks towards Anrin, and Anrin just pokes her head above her book, nods, goes back to the book, and Lasria says, yes, because, if they land, we're not far from the beach. What, 10-minute stroll at best?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think we should leave. And Jendel says, yeah, well, we're thinking on it. We'll give it a day, Gildar. We'll take Anna with us if you want to keep her safe.
I don't think that's entirely up to me to decide.
Anna nods and goes, I would definitely like to get out of here, actually. I've begun transcribing my spells. You can see she's got her tome open.
Mm-hmm.
I've managed to get a few. It's going to take me this entire day to get the teleport work. But I'll get there.
Oh well, as I said, it's not really up to me to decide this. And leaving, where would you head to?
Mokhul. Father and mother had an estate there. Small one, but it's better than here.
Recently confirmed to be safe?
Well, we all know Mokhul. Bit dead. Not many people there, filled with priests. I doubt it's under attack.
Very well. Yes, no, I suppose it's only fair enough. I would ask what you're worried about with him coming on board, but I can see that, it's all going to become a bit messy before it gets better, won't it?
Indeed, this is a siege, and if they do intend to conquest, then we lose our land anyway. It's best to retreat. If the Empire stands in several months, then it will become stronger in Mokhul. Mokhul is our sister city, a Nerian capital.
Well, I don't think we will lose the land Normal siege, but I'll stay here and shield it for you, as always.
Talking of shields, I have some for you, but I'll need to go get it.
Ooh.
I'm not going anywhere.
I like how Grill doesn't even need to go and buy like magical items, just his family provide him with cool shit every so often.
I mean, he's noble. Like, yeah, he got the shit from his uncle. He got his original shield. Of course, it was his father's shield. Yeah.
I imagine while all this family stuff is going on, Elsa just stands in a corner and stares at all of it, eating a sandwich.
Yep, of course. And what would Chester be doing at this moment then?
It's morning time now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is there anyone around as he wakes up? I presume. Is there anyone around, or is everyone already gone? That's the main question to start off with.
Yeah. So you've got Elzef eating a sandwich. You've got Grilled talking to his family, and Randall cleaning up the blood of last night.
Ah, good Elsa. I hail you for a moment. A quick question, if you will. Do you know if we intend to stay here, as a base of operations?
I was not informed. We just went here.
Could you pass on a message for me? That'd be great. I'm just gonna hop, skip, and a jump over to the Universitoire. I won't be long, probably nary more than a day, but I'd like to rejoin our little group on the way back, and I wouldn't want to miss any travel opportunities. Sound good?
Where is this document you want me to pass on?
No. Message. Not document. Just let Gildar know. He's great with things like that.
Oh.
Good. Oh, and tell him someone might want to check the WC outside.
When do you plan to return?
Should be no later than dusk. Good man. Woman, I know you can handle it.
Yes, I too have been confused about the gender of my fellow party members lately. Especially you, Master Decker. As such, I understand the mixer.
Yeah. Right you are. Don't spread that message around here. I've got a certain reputation to uphold. Good day. And I'll go.
Okay. All right. Anything else you need to do, Chester? You're headed to the university, yeah?
I'm heading to the university, yeah.
All right. So it's a good 30-minute stroll to get there. And as you approach the university, you see there are two mages outside in brown robes of half-elven orange. Two of them very kind of female, almost androgynous looking. Both of them have kind of like pale, white, milky eyes.
Right. Do they look like they're guarding the entrance, or just...
Yeah. Like, you've been to the university several times, and never have they needed guards. Like, it's a free library, basically. And as you approach, one of them steps forward, sniffs the air, and you can, as she turns her pointed ears towards you, he says something. Do you know Elvish?
No.
Says something in Elvish to the other guard, and then they step forward in a kind of silky tone. How may I help you, Chester?
You've heard of me. Saves me asking. I may need some access to this fine establishment. It might be a while, or has been a while, since I've been here, and I'd like to do some perusing. An orphan needs to strengthen his mind.
Can you do me a favour and roll a persuasion check?
No, I'm not very good at those.
The other guard walks
I call
around,
bullshit.
so she's at a 90 degree to you, and asks you a question. It's last night.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit it twice.
That's alright. So last night, the master of the university left here to go visit the Ironblood estate. And I do believe you are close with the Ironbloods. Where is my master? It's not like her to disappear.
You seem to have me a little bit of a loss. The last master of this university that I heard was Shushida, was it not?
We are talking about Miss Whitehorn.
You see, I've been away from Mokhul for quite some time. Perhaps you've heard of me, Chester Decker,
Right.
Slayer of... Never mind.
Yeah.
But...
So this is a good one. So you've persuaded the first one to let you in.
Yeah.
And now I need a deception check to prove that, obviously, that you weren't there last night trying to kill her master. And yes, Chester, you know that the last scroll is there.
Cool. Yes. Well, you see, I didn't know there was a new master, and I haven't seen the like. And me and Grill aren't the best of terms. He's probably the one I know the best. But actually, he seems to dislike me, especially when I talk like this. So, I'm unaware.
Coming, and the first one that you manage to persuade leads you up the stairs. You notice that there's no secretary now in the wide shoe-shaped stone desk. She leads you westward from there into the west wing, into the circular library, down the stairs, and then closes the door behind you. And you can see there are a few students here, but they're looking nervous. Like most of them are like quickly reading or quickly studying or carry books to and fro. You can see one guy with a pair of glasses on his face turn to look at you as you walk in, paranoid, stand up and leave.
Does he as the other is the guard left
No, she stands
behind
by the door.
in the door?
Yep.
She waits there while I'm there.
Yep. But it's a large library. Like, you could disappear around the bookshelves and stuff like that.
I'm gonna wander around until I see a particularly nervous-looking student.
All right, roll a perception check.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely not very good at those.
Chester's little adventure.
He rolls a 9.
Right, so eventually you bump into an adeptus. She kind of bumps into you. She's a human, and she drops several tomes on the ground and a scroll on top, and it rolls, and she looks at you and goes,
Wait.
A Bretonian.
You.
What are you doing here?
I want to ask you a question. Chester Decker, perhaps you heard of me, but shut the fuck up.
Oh,
anyway.
wait, you're the arena champion.
Ah, yes, but I really don't want to draw attention to us right now, and I'd like to ask you a question. So, if you remain quiet and listen to me...
Hey, Danica! Here's Chester Decker, arena champion, is here! And another woman walks around the corner, her dreads clapped with, like, small skulls. It is Chester Decker! And then she comes running over.
Right, alright, I'll ask both of you, but be quiet. I'll sign whatever autographs you like. Anyway, I need to ask you a question about this new master of yours. Talk to me. Yeah, I thought that would get your attention.
You mean Miss Whitehorn?
That's it, yeah.
She's only been master for a few days. Yeah, I have never met her. I heard that she was the God King's jester.
Okay. And she didn't... Well, you probably might not know that. But she hasn't been around lately. Like, just today, recently.
It is only 9 o'clock.
Right you are. It's been a while. Anyway, before I go, a question of a more personal matter. I trust you'll keep it a secret. I'm looking for information on something. Something that I'd like to keep between me and you. And, who would better to know the library than the students themselves who plough the books day and night?
Yes, well, she looks towards Danica, looks back at you. Of course we'll help you, Chester. Just let us know what you need.
Good. It's my understanding that there are certain sites around the world, sometimes guarded or populated by powerful spirits of a kind that are affinity with certain types of magic, perhaps fire or storm.
You are talking about the planet souls.
Ah, yes. Smart girl. Clever girl. Any information here on them, I can find out potentially their location.
Well, I know that most information on magics is kept in the House of Answers, but I can lead you to some. Come with me. And she leads you to a far side with a tall bookcase with a ladder that wheels along the sides. She climbs up and she drops a massive tome on you, and it says the Nordic invasion.
Ah, a riveting read.
Not really, but it details how they were created.
Excellent. Thank you. I am forever in your debt.
I have only skimmed this book. You see, we don't really learn much on the souls.
Yes. Careful learning. Good.
They're so rare and appear so little, there's no point in learning about the souls.
Right you are. So, is there anything I can, give you in return?
No, it's good to help each other. It's just I would stay out of sight. Your heritage would get you killed at this present time.
That you are. Yes, I fear it is my good upstanding name that is my shield in these dark times. But I shall nonetheless heed your warning.
Okay, well, I wouldn't leave with the book if I were you. And she points towards the mage-looking guard. Just get what you need and leave.
Right you are. Good stuff.
Would you
I will
require help?
peruse.
Because I
If
can
you
help.
if you have a moment, good lady, I would be most grateful.
Okay, so could you do me a favour and make an investigation check with advantage, because you're being helped?
Yeah. Come on. Oh, for God's sake.
Alright, no, well, for the next hour, with her help, you do find some details. Are you looking particularly for what I think you are, the storm?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
so it details that the storm soul was created first, nearly, because when the invasion happened, the storm, the entire Midgard was covered in violent storms. And to calm it, so life could actually live on the planet, it says that Odin consumed the storm, but his spear Gungnir could not hold it all. So it coalesced into a sort of heart of the storm, it kind of like... And inside was the actual spirit of the storm, and all of its vast knowledge, and he gave it to one of his servants, a Valkyr.
Right. Which was then picked up later by someone else.
who subsequently, it said, was rumoured to have gone mad and retreated into the depths of the world.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, the problem is I know where Gungnir is, but Chester doesn't, so...
Oh, well, it doesn't look like the Storm Soul's nothing to do with Gungnir. Gungnir was the artifact that created the Storm Soul.
Okay. Right. That's interesting. And there's nothing more?
Not on the Storm Soul. It says that, you know, there's a lot more on the others because they made historical importance in events that happened. However, the Storm Soul was given to a Valkyr and just disappeared into the world. Like, just vanished.
Right, okay. Well, my lady, you have given me a great service. I will remember this for a long time.
It is no problem.
If you're ever in need of my services, please call upon me at the Iron Blood Estate. Good day.
Yep, she nods. Take the time and puts it back. Okay, so I'm assuming
And
you're leaving the library? Or...
I'll leave.
Mhm.
Obviously, I know we're going to go with someone else, but I am going to go straight now to the shoreline.
Okay, alright, perfect. So, as a group, most of you begin to meet back up at the Iron Blood Estate, unless there's something that Xerxil and Macron want to do after gibbeting the corpse.
Jesus.
No.
Alright, so you head back to the Iron Blood Estate, and all of you are together but Chester.
Elsef has written out Chester's message on 4 different slips of paper and handed it to everyone, as to literally pass it out.
Okay.
What's this?
Oh, it's a message from Master Decker.
Okay. Saxel just puts it on the floor.
What does it say exactly?
Oh, but Chester is back by dusk.
You couldn't have just told me this.
He asked me to pass it out.
All right.
Sometimes I wonder why Grildar sticks around. Like, I really do.
He doesn't. I mean, it's just we're invading his home.
Yes, we
I
he does,
don't know,
like,
why do
the
they keep
most
coming back
upset
here?
the war.
It would be very weird for him to leave right now.
It would have probably been a better, like a more successful, not better story, but a more successful adventuring party if I just took my brothers and sisters out.
Yeah, so you'd be done by like 2 weeks ago.
Alright, so just will be back later. How did it go with the body?
Hanging up in front of the tavern. Seemed like a bit of a pain in the arse gate on the bridge.
Right. What do you mean?
It was just heavily guarded, didn't want any questions, so just hung it up in front of the tavern instead. Still quite a bit of foot traffic there anyway, so.
Alright. Any idea
Across.
what they're regarding? I mean, that's unusual.
I think it's just there's high foot traffic on the bridge because people are in and out of the city, so probably just keeping an eye for suspicious activity. They don't want spies or anything like
Yeah, I guess Newtown's a pretty good place to start planning your spies, if any. It's probably go unnoticed there.
Probably sat around board as well, hence why I was just avoiding any interaction with them if I could try it.
Alright.
Right.
Alright, meanwhile, I'm still waiting for Anna.
Yeah, okay, so Anna said it was going to take 5 hours to
Oh,
finish.
sorry, okay.
Yeah, she did
I
actually
thought
say
she
it was
was
going
going to go get something.
No, she said she was going to transcribe a teleportation circle spell.
Oh, I thought she was getting a shield and then...
No, Jendell told you she was going to go get you a shield. Your sister.
Sorry, yeah, I thought that was Anna who was, like, interrupting her scribing to do that.
No, Anna is the tall one. Your sister is dwarf type.
Thanks, Adrian. I'll remember that. Yeah, no, I figured it was strange for it to be a non-family shield and Anna having it. But I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Curtis even said afterwards that you just need your family to give you magic items.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she's going to travel with the family, so I thought it was like a courtesy thing. I don't know.
The woman whose corpse we revived. Oh no, we didn't even revive her this time. We broke out of prison. She definitely has the funds to buy a magical shield.
You know, it wasn't that crazy. I already have a family shield, so I didn't even realize there was going to be a second one. And Anna was like, well, I would like to go with the rest of the family if that's okay. And I figured it was just like means of thank you or something. Yeah.
Easy mistake to have made.
Some families just own more of one item. Like your family has 2 shields. My dad has 4 pairs of Crocs. That's just the way it works.
But can he use the Crocs as shield?
He uses it for everything. Otherwise, I wouldn't know why he has so damn many of the damn things.
All right. Yeah, if the family intends on leaving, I just want to make up some, get some details on the travel plans and find out how to contact them, etc. So just basic stuff, nothing fancy. And yeah, perhaps meanwhile. So we've been going around a bit, but we still haven't really gotten any close to our real goals, have we? We're not doing anything about the political situation. We're not really
Doesn't
getting
seem
any closer
like
to
it.
finding a phylactery. So what are we going to do about it, guys? Any bright ideas?
I thought we would listen to what the Shrunken Head has to say today.
Yeah, I was about to say we've still got a shrunken head to talk to, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think she's going to be compliant? Or is there a way we can make them compliant? I don't know. I don't understand how talking to the dead works.
No.
Then she's just going to tell us fuck off, but in a really voice.
Cryptic at best. So we definitely need some other plans and not put all of our eggs in one basket, so to say. Let's wait for Jess to get back and see what he's found out, but if that doesn't provide us with some clues, I think we really need to come up with a good plan over the next couple of hours.
Elsef has walked into the kitchen and is making sure that the eggs in the drawer are not all in the same drawer.
Okay, so round about, we'll say 10:30, 11 o'clock. The first thing you will notice is the swish of purple cloth. And Gwandia walks straight into the Ironblood estate. Seems to have just bypassed your guards. Your guards just have ignored him. And he walks in and goes, "Darling, Gildar!" And he's got a Tensor's floated disc filled with what looks like a crate. Got a crate on top of it. And he just slides it down and onto the ground. "Hello! Oh, Zerxil. Good to see you again.
Hello.
Good to see you again."
Yep. I got to go now. I heard there were eggs.
Oh, do you want eggs, Master Zerxil? I can make you an omelette.
Are they snake eggs?
I will ask the staff. Elsif has gone looking for the staff.
Yeah. Grildo, as you walk,
Septo just plonks himself down and crosses his legs in.
yes, as you do, Gwandia plops himself on the crate and holds his legs one over the other and just goes, oh, there you are, Grildo. Well, this is what you asked for. It was more troublesome than it should have been.
How come?
Let's just say it cost me a lot.
Fair enough. Did
You
you?
can see- Oh yeah, with your passive perception, you see he's probably about 20 years younger. He's gone from being middling 40s to maybe 20, with a fine jawline, loss of fat. His robes don't seem to fit him as well.
All right. Do I know enough about magic to know what would have caused it?
Oh no, Arcana check.
Well.
It's good. Possible. Potion of longevity, or when he said it cost him a lot, he could have probably this could probably be a clone.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind
Meaning-
of what I was wondering.
Meaning he might have died to try and curse the armor.
I mean, he's younger. He shouldn't complain.
Yeah, it's so expensive to set up a new clone, so. Right, well, let me, how much is it going to be?
Well, I'm going to give you the armor now, of course. That was the promise, but additional fees out of the 30,000? It cost me nearly 4,000 gold pieces to uncurse this item.
Right.
Is that
Thanks.
okay? So,
Certainly.
you are to receive 27,000 gold pieces when it arrives, correct?
Was it originally 31?
Yeah, because remember, you found 35, he charged
35,
you
and then
for...
another 4, and there's another 4, yeah?
Yeah. And he just passes the crate, like, it slides off the Tensor's disc, and he goes, enjoy.
I think I might.
If any of you and your friends require my services, teleportation, magical arts, scrolls, of course come to the Curio Cat House. Me and Lantix are working hard there. Lantix has made significant progress.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we might do. Thank you, as always.
And
And,
this city's under siege, so I've started evacuating my goods. So please, if you need to leave, come by me. I'd be happy to do it for a friend. He says, I know at least 30 cities teleportation circles. It's no problem. And you see Anna's head poke around. You did?
yeah, I was going to say, Anna might be interested in that.
Yeah, and she says, would you like to come with me? And he links arms with her. Says, come to the cat house. And leaves off. And he goes, a lot less cats lately. The siege seems to have scared them off. And leaves her out of the...
Aw.
Well,
These are out.
whilst we've got you here,
Yes?
magical weapons. Well, have you moved them away out of the city already, or have you got some spare?
Well, what hasn't been confiscated is mostly ammunition.
So no weapons. Fair enough, then. No worries.
But he leans in and goes, but we've got one of those weapons that Lantix wanted. Do you remember? The Needler, we're calling it now.
Yeah, probably more effective at hitting someone with things. It doesn't sound like I can hit someone with that very well.
I'm a little more subtle than that, Macra.
Yeah. Let us know. I want something that looks like this. Anything comes in, and it just shows him his bastard sword.
The bastard sword or the Kopesh?
The bastard sword.
You have the blade, and he goes, oh, well, yeah, well, I'd have to ask around for swords. It would take me at least half a year to try and enchant one.
Yeah, that sounds like a pain. Maybe just finding one's already been done it.
Yes, of course.
Sweet.
And then literally, at that moment, Jendil walks past and goes, Gwandia. And he goes, Jendil, and leaves with Anna. And Jendil comes in with a shield on her back that's overly large, and then plops it on the crate and just walks off. Goes, there you go, Grolda.
Right, thanks. And I'll walk after going down, and I'll be like, hold on a moment.
Yeah?
I wanted to tell you something else. Since you're relocating, do you know where you're going yet? And are you free to share that information?
For you, of course, yes. I'm probably going to move inland. I'm thinking probably Rokul or Awo. See, Awo's got a bigger marketplace and access to the sea. But Rokul, I think that's where most of the refugees are heading.
Yes, I believe that's where the rest of the Ironbloods are heading as well. So if you need an ally nearby, then that would be a good choice.
Okay. Noted. Thank you.
And, of course, the shop wouldn't be the same without some feline friends, so on my account, if you find one, get yourself a figurine of Wondrous Sparrow with a cat. Bill it to me.
Oh,
My gift to you.
Yes. Okay. Well, you know it's going to be at least another 5 to 10 days before that that specific dwarf sends me that money for the artwork. So
Oh, yeah, so there's no rush.
wherever it appears, I will make sure it gets to you.
Thanks, you've been a good friend, and I hope that you're stay safe wherever you end up being. Just let me know.
He nods and walks off with Anna, and Anna says, "I'll be back before dark."
All right.
That'd be.
All right.
And then I'll go and have a look at the shield.
All right. So you have a full plate plus 3,
Holy shit.
and she has. Your sister admits that over the last 2 years she'd been making you a new shield to try to cheer you up because of what happened between you and Manark. And there is, and the shield I will edit so you can see it.
All right.
It will appear underneath Asgardian treasure.
Thanks. I'll have a look in a second.
All right. Anyone else want to do anything, or shall I move over to Chester?
Were the eggs in the house snake eggs or chicken eggs?
They were actually goose egg.
It's goose eggs, Master Zuxel.
Why do you want a goose egg? Why don't you get some real eggs here?
Randall looks down at you. Like, because, Master Lizard Folk, goose eggs are delicious, large, and contain more for their cost. Would you care
It's
for
not
one?
a snake egg now, is it?
It is not.
God, I want one.
Here, and he hands down like this very large egg to you. Go on, Xerxes. Have one.
Yeah, I'll just pop the whole thing in his gob.
I don't dislocate the jaw to like swallow it whole or something.
Yeah.
You won't need to eat today. That's for sure.
So you have done a cost-benefit analysis on the different egg sizes then? Master Randall, yes?
That is my job. Every minor little detail is my job.
See. Goose eggs.
Why are we focusing on this? And he shuffles off with his limping leg.
Goose eggs.
Right, okay. Is there anything you guys, Xerxes, would you like to do in the house before I move on to Chester? No.
Jesus.
Alright, Chester, so you make it to the shore. Like, where are you heading?
I am just heading to the shoreline down by the let's have a look at this map. The closest I can get to the blockade, maybe by the Bear Spears.
Alright, so as you head towards Shire Dell, you can see all along the cliff face, there's like Helipolis facing inwards, and you see Shire Dell is just craters. Some of the houses still stand, but are like hollow skeletons. And as you approach, you can see them some couple of miles out, all of the bobbing ships. You notice that they've got smaller. There is not as many.
Yeah, I've just come to observe the blockade, really. Look at the beach, see if there's any landed Bretonians, anything along the lines that
And
I can...
I actually have those fucking notes for you, by the way, somewhere.
Delightful.
So that you can, like, you look at the flags, because you remember that yesterday you looked at the flags and you could know who they were.
Yep.
Let me find...
Well.
You know what? I hate myself, because I'm always making these notes and I forget where I put them. There they are. Alright, so the high flag of a lock of silver hair is Admiral Kane Chambers. He's you know him as the half-elf with a missing left ear. He's well known for his 6-chambered pistol with a scope and being an incredible marksman. Underneath him, you see the flag of Vice Admiral Betty Hamiltonia.
Oh,
Betty.
Betty.
Yeah, she's well known for being basically a badass. During the Nasian conflict, she was admiral, and she's the one that led the fleet against the Nasian city Mavudon and absolutely crushed it. She's well known.
And these are just on the closest ships that are still here.
What do you mean?
They're just on. These are on the ships that are still a mile away.
Yeah, you can see the flags of these people. She's well known for shaving her head and wearing a massive earrings. And then the last flag you see in the distance as a reserve is Commodore Emerson Stonewood, well known for being affiliated with the Tinkerton. What the fuck?
What's going on there?
Yeah, and anyway, well known for being affiliated with the Tinkerton family. He may have even been the one that maybe funded this to get her back.
Okay. And they are. I mean, Chester's come down here really to see if there's anyone around that he can kind of get the 411 off of. But if he's stuck on the beach, then
No, you got as far as the cliff face before you were unable to go down.
yeah. Well, I'll try and get down there as a token effort. I'll walk all the way around if I have to. I'm not going to go through Shire Dale. That'll be absolute madness.
All right. So as you are walking along the cliff face, you see that somewhere around this part here, a big kind of, the only way you can describe it is kind of like Hangsman platform is being built quite high. It's about 40 foot high, and it's being built quick, and most of it's been put up. And there's a load of soldiers around there, and one of them eyes you as you walk past.
As he's doing, I'm like, as I'm walking, I'm just humming.
Yeah, he walks up to you and goes, "Stop there now."
Good day, fine sir. What a pleasant afternoon. Building a little sculpture, are we?
Yes. Who are you? Wait. And I can tell you're Bretonian. Explain.
Ah, resident of Mokhul, good sir. Chester Decker, arena champion, slayer of women. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Slayer of women. Wow.
Wow. Okay. Can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yep. It was Mike, by the way. Well, I don't know it, obviously, but that was what I was going for. Wisdom saving throw, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, slight lightheadedness, and the moment you come to, this guy, you know this guy. Good friend.
Oh, hello, you. It's been a while.
A smile creeps across his face, and you see that he's got slight fangs.
Oh, you. It's been a long night. You know what? This is the
It
reason I come
has.
back to Mokhul in the first place. I just love seeing old faces. Should we go to the pub? Am I still lightheaded, or is it faded?
Yeah, no, you're still lightheaded, and
Should we
in
go
the back-
there and,
No,
bond?
in the back of your head, you hear, "Where is Grildar Ironblood?"
Oh, you know Gwilla! Oh, fantastic. He's at his house. I'm sure he'll be happy to see someone like you. It's fantastic, We all hang out there. I don't think he wants us to go. He's quite fond of us.
I think, quite ironically, I can now start using Chester's motto.
Well,
Anyway, I can take you there if you like. It's been a long time. Although I've just got to do this first, because I've just seen the blockade and it is stunning. Oh my
shut
gosh, I haven't
up,
seen it.
run along, and immediately you zip, and then turn around and walk away. And for about another 50 seconds, you walk away, and then immediately as you stop, you know that you were charmed.
Oh shit. Then I'll start running back to Growl Estate.
Mm-hmm.
all illusion of trying to contact Bretonian allies gone. I'm bolting it.
As you're bolting it, you do see a very large procession heading towards that area you're in, with the kind of hangman's kind of platform. You see a large steel wagon with rivets and bolts all along it being dragged by about 8 horses towards that. And there's a massive procession of what looks like commoners following it and cheering and jeering. But you make it back to Indolite Valley just in time. And there are people heading that way at that moment as you're running, Chester, to get back to the Ironblood residence. And you come through the door.
I ran quite a way there. Gwilda, or Randall, or anyone.
Master Decker,
Hello.
please have a look at this. And Elsef hands Master Chester research on the different egg sizes. See, Master Randall said...
Excuse me about our barge pass. Gwilda.
Yeah, no, as he walks in, I'm just like doing up the last straps of my new armor.
Yep.
This is fascinating. But I'll put down the egg research again. No, I haven't got time. Gwilda. I might have just made an error. You know, not just a small error. I mean, a fucking big one that I really, actually for real this time. Okay, so you know when the vampire, like, he smiles at you, right? And you know you're the only 2 people in the room, best friends. Sometimes a little bit more, but only in your dreams. That kind of feeling.
Go on.
Kind of told him where you were.
I presumed he knew where we were.
Well, he asked.
Yeah, I mean, why did he not know we were?
Or potentially you were maybe more safe than you thought you were. But I don't know why I was so worried now, seeing your reaction.
I was never really under the impression that we were going to be safe here.
Well, you have put me right at ease, good Gwildar. Because I was.
I mean,
shitting
it's
it out
still
there.
monumentally stupid of you.
I was charmed.
Yeah, and so you went somewhere by yourself.
Ah, yes,
That
we
wasn't-
see. It occurred to me that I might know some individuals in the blockade. Well, actually, I know quite a few of them. I was including a rather spicy admiral. Once upon a time. But as it stands, I kind of went there to see if I could do parlay or see what the gist was. But I got run into some people building some kind of large structure, potentially a hangman's area or some such. What do they call them? Gallows. Yes. And then he asked me then. And I presumed he was a vampire. Either that or he files his teeth.
And why didn't you just head to the ships after?
Because I was worried about you, Gwilda. I think we've been established now that we're a little group here, and I don't particularly want you or the sanctuary in your house to go away anytime soon.
And I'll just walk off and start informing Randall that if they want to leave, they should probably leave right now, and that we'll ask Gwandia when he comes back later to teleport Anna to their destination.
Alright, so the message is sent. Randall does
You
it.
still love me, Gwilda.
I just shake my head and walk off.
Yeah.
Master Ironblood, you have told me to speak up when I notice things or make mistakes. As such, I must be honest, as Master Decker was honest. I too have made a mistake. I came to the same conclusion as Master Randall, that goose eggs are the superior eggs. But after redoing the calculation, I believe ostrich eggs would save you about half a silver coin every 3 months.
I'd like to point out that Xerxon now has a really little bloated belly, like when you've eaten too much. Kind of like a little bit of a podge going on.
That is somewhat interesting, perhaps, if ostriches lived nearby.
I took the import prices into account. Obviously, thanks to the blockade, importing them is not possible right now. But in 5 to 6 months, once the trade stabilizes again...
And I'll just walk off again.
Xerxil, did you want to do something? Because you tried to speak at the beginning of the conversation, and
Did I?
you went to say something, and I guess...
That's probably just something random about X, to be honest.
This is How did you do this? And I'll go back over
Thanks,
to
guys.
Gwen
You're the
with the
best
egg
party I've ever had.
Alright, so as time goes by, one of the guards walks in. Something's happening in the main city. People are running towards the city this time.
Civilians?
Yeah, hundreds.
Right.
Is the act of running what is happening? In that
Well,
case, it could not be happening in the main city because
I did
they're running
ask.
towards the city.
I did ask. And after last night's
Um.
events, I thought you should know this. They say that the new head of the Inquisition, Monarch Bastov, is about to execute prisoners in plain view of the Bretonian Navy.
Well, that should be interesting. Are these people running towards the execution site?
Yes. Looks like they want to watch.
Fools. Very well.
This sounds like quite a good opportunity. He's out in the open. I imagine he's got quite a bit of guard, but
Well,
It seems like a
facing him-
worthwhile distraction to go to the university.
I was going to say, facing him head on there is not going to... He's not going to be taking any chances making such a public display. If all the Navy is not scaring him, then we certainly won't. But, yes, we have two opportunities. We can either go to the ship that you wanted to go to, Chester, or we can head to the university.
Well, you see, I've just been there too. And we might not be necessarily welcome there either, especially you right now.
I don't feel like I need to be welcome. We just need information.
Alright, okay, I'm just saying there's a lot of milky-eyed pricks there that want a piece of you.
Well, they can try.
I mean, if things get hot here, I reckon I can guarantee us some form of sanctuary on one of those fat fucking galleons out there on the sea.
Mm-hmm.
32 long nines pointing right at the city. Oh, the roar of the sulphur. That's why I like to be here.
Yes, I see your point there.
All we'd need is a rowboat and, I don't know, a couple of Macfra's rowing arms.
Yes. Very well. Anyone in favor of staying here? I mean,
I think
Here.
I shall watch the execution.
very well. Keep a low profile.
I do not think I am outlawed at this point.
Nonetheless, don't make yourself... What I'm trying to say is try to... never mind.
I shall not cast a march on myself.
Very good.
Oh.
I guess that's a start.
are we sure it's not worth scouting out this execution, see if we can get him on the way back? He might not be as prepared as what he thinks he is. Or what we think he is, at least, anyway. He might be a bit thin on the ground still.
Well, the problem is that we know that there's multiple parties vying for power, right? We don't want to do anything to give the other parties who are going to try and take charge that we also don't want to empower too much of an opportunity.
I thought our mate though said he was one of the ones we need to take out so he can start being diplomatic with the other houses.
And so it is, but just taking him out in plain sight might not be the way to go about it. Disgrace, things like this usually works quite well, and having him executed when he is clearly the people's favorite at this point, the people's champion, will not rally people in favor of us.
Is he the people's favourite?
Well, what I'm trying to say out of character is that if you are executing people and people are watching you, public executions, they're not there throwing tomatoes at the executioner. It just never happened. So,
Right.
not the right time.
I want to point out that they're probably executing. Who was it? Darioso got captured, right? So I'm just saying this because apparently everyone doesn't care that he gets executed. My character has no attachment to him, but that's what's happening. I'm grabbing a coke.
It's like you guys are doing, it's Darioso, you guys are being a character, bye! That was brilliant. Alright, so what's the rest of you? Like, Elsif is going to the execution. What about the rest of you?
Chester, I think, not to be funny, but the fleet will be here a while. We'll have plenty of opportunity. I think now is a good opportunity to go and see the library and see what's happening there.
I will follow you, good grilled up, and I trust your judgment up until this point.
Zerxel?
Yeah.
He wants to go somewhere.
Are you planning on coming along?
Zaxxon not really understand what's happening now.
Right, let me put it a different way. What are you trying to achieve now, Zerxel, apart from the obvious? Find the phylactery and actually properly kill the God King.
Okay, that's one thing that don't understand. Is he actually dead? Not dead? More kill? Don't know.
Needs to be killed better.
Okay, kill better. Zaxxon do that.
Right, but... yeah, so what we're doing is we're trying to find a way to kill him better. Do you understand?
Yeah, okay, Zaxxon come with you.
Okay. Makra, I guess you have a little business here.
Execution, make sure none of our no one we know in the likes getting killed, eh?
Okay, so
As you wish.
we'll deal with that as it happens. So getting to the execution is like quicker than getting to the library. So we'll start with Elzef and Makra. As you approach this area, it is jam-packed with people. So you've got like 1,000-foot distance, and you manage to push into about 700 foot, especially Makra pushing. And Makra, you hear a voice. What the? Is that you? Fucking hell, it's fucking Makra! Last time I saw him, as you turn around, you see Barkabus, your old neighbour. He looks a bit worse for wear.
What is you still alive?
You know, we fought in the shield wall. You know I don't die.
Yeah.
The second this man shows up, Elsif just says, "Oh no, this is the criminal, Makra." Oh, and then walks away.
Alright, so what you see around, Barkabus joins in beside you. Know he's tall. He's like 6'6", but you're still taller than you, so he just folds his arms exactly the same way you do. You learned it both in the military, and you just face towards the platform. It's high, like 40 foot high, and you can see Manor Bastov is strutting up there. He's got about maybe 10 guards around him, some with long rifles on outposts, and some guards guarding ladders up and stairways up. You see there's one captain of the Hound Guard giving orders, and you see there are maybe there's 3 prisoners with sacks on their head. Makra, you can make a perception check if you want.
Yeah.
I feel like if Darius is among them, that's very obvious. He's a very thick boy.
He's a thick man.
And Makra, as a fellow thick man, would recognize that.
Appreciate the thickness.
All right, so one of the so there's 2 females, and you notice that because they're definitely from the slighter figure. However, one is a large man, broad-shouldered. He's naked, but for a cloth that's been tied around his waist. He's got multiple wounds, large gashes all across his back, all across his arms. He's missing several fingers. One toe looks to be missing, and that's it. That's all you can see from here. You're like peering up, and you see blood running down him. He's bloody, bruised, obviously tortured. Manarch is walking up and down like a bridge from one platform to the other, and giving orders, barking orders. And there's like a hush of excitement here, kind of like everyone kind of talking amongst themselves, wondering what's going to happen.
What are you doing for work at the moment?
Me? What do you mean?
Yeah. What are you up to?
Well, nothing. House got blown up, by the way.
Yeah, I thought it might have been. Don't know where it was. Do you want to earn some money?
Well, what do you want me to do?
Walk and talk. And we'll try like our best to get through the crowd as I explain the plot to him.
Yeah, I love it. Walk and talk.
That one up there, the bloke.
Yeah.
We need him not to die here, really.
Why?
But one of my mates been serving with me.
How the hell are you going to get up there? Look at that. 2 entrances, couple of ladders. You see he's obviously gone into tactical mode like he used to immediately. And he goes, first things first, you're going to need more men. You're going to need some magic. Those long riflemen, look, they got eyes like hawks. They're already looking through the crowd for any potential troublemakers. I don't know many men to help, you know. Not at this quick notice. This thing came out of nowhere.
Yeah, what do you reckon to rioting with our helpers, you reckon?
Rioting? How are you going to create a riot? There's already fucking riots all over the city because of them fuckers out there with their boats and their pretty blue uniforms. I ain't staying here and dying, though. I'm off after this. Me and Shishi collected up her herb and we're off.
Are you going to?
I don't know. I heard Phoebo's pretty much empty nowadays. I like empty.
Fair enough.
You know, I heard they're all statues so I could, like, move them around and shit.
That's a bit gruesome.
Nah, it ain't. Just, you know, move them out of the house and then just stay in it.
Fair enough.
They're not going to miss it, are they?
If you want to stick around, there's probably some quite well-paying work in the city.
There's
Prices.
always well-paying work in the city. Don't mean I want to risk my knackers for it.
Yeah, I was about to say, the danger pay is quite good at the moment. Men like us tend to get paid a lot better during times of crisis.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
it's up to you. If you want to stick around, meet me at the Ironblood estate.
Still hanging with that guy, eh?
Yeah, we've got some.
Well, yeah, Grildar's a good one, right? I mean, military like us.
He's one of the better ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. A bit moody though, right?
Complete pain in the arse in that way, but aren't they all? As soon as they go sniff of power, they're all deckheads.
Yeah, alright. Well, if I change my mind, I'll see you there, yeah?
Yeah, sweet.
No, I'm getting Shishi and getting the fuck out of here for now.
And yeah, leave me to it then. I'll have a look. Okay, where did Altaf go?
Altaf is like standing 10 feet apart from you now, looking into the opposite direction, pretending not to know you because someone recognized you.
Oh, okay. No, once I get rid of him, then I'll go grab Altaf and start walking forward. Do you reckon we're saving him here, or is he done for?
Whom are we saving?
Dariosa.
Who is Dariosa, Master Macro?
Oh, you've not met him, have you? You never even been in Mokhul, really, have you? He was quite big.
I have been in Mokhul for 200 years, Master Macro.
Oh, the arena then. Chester won. Were you there watching that?
No, I do not take part in barbaric blood sports.
Have you not heard about it?
No, I have heard about the arena. I have forged weapons for participants.
Alright, sweet. Well, it was me, Chester, and him in the final three, if I remember correctly.
Oh, so I assume he won.
No, Chester.
Master Decker won in the arena.
Yeah, don't ask.
Master Chester defeated you in the arena.
Yeah.
You and the large meat sack up there.
Yeah.
Master Decker.
But you're getting slightly off track, off point now.
What manner of weapon did he use?
He's magic, isn't he? Tricks.
See, he did always seem very smart to me. He did appreciate my egg analysis.
Right, do you reckon we can save him? Or is he fucked?
Master Decker, he seems quite capable himself.
No. Darius up there, meat sack.
He is missing fingers, Master Macro.
It's all useful.
Yes, I reckon we could save him.
Should we give it a go then? What have you got a plan in mind? We need magic, I reckon. Maybe you're flying, but I don't know how well that's going to protect us from all these bullets.
I would suggest, in keeping the safest option for myself, is I cast the fly spell on you.
Mm-hmm.
You fly in, grab the giant man meat, and fly away. And I stay here and concentrate on the spell in absolute safety.
Are they not going to be able to know it's you casting the spell then? Or you'll be fine?
we are standing in a massive crowd, so I assume any vocal components they would not be able to hear.
Cool. Yeah, let's try this then. We'll just try forward, get forward to as best we can. I reckon if I get really pissed off, rage, they can't do enough damage to me before I can grab them and get away.
Okay, well,
For the record, Master, you do not want to save any of the others? You do not know
I'll
them?
ask them to go up there if they're important. Probably not as important as them though.
Well, it
Alright.
might be that important if you lost to Master Decker, but nevertheless.
How many can I carry if you're making me fly? Is it just as much weight as I can normally carry?
well, you can carry 2 people logically. Like,
Macro, when it's fucking 10 by 10 foot wide.
Yeah,
it's a
you've
sort of logic.
you got 2 hands. You're not omnidextrous like a goddamn ape. You've got 2. You got 2 hands. You can carry 2 people.
Females, pile them up. John Cena did 3 people on his shoulders. Way bigger than John.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to try it. That's the thing. You can try it, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, fair enough.
I will attempt to distract the guards, Master Makra, while you grab him. Wait for my signal.
What's your signal?
Alright.
I will scream signal. Oh no, that's very obvious.
I was about to say, don't give yourself away.
I will speak to the guards. Once you see me speaking to them, you fly in and else have cast make check back on you.
Alright, we'll get back to that after the university adventurers. So, Xerxil, Grildar, and Chester, you approach university, and Chester, those 2 guards that you saw earlier aren't there. In fact, the library seems empty as you approach it. There's no students around. The place seems quiet. In fact, the entire city seemed really quiet while you were heading here.
Well, it's not as I remember it. I honestly, trust me, it wasn't going to look good.
Well, let's find out what's been going on.
Alright, so you walk up the steps. Massive horseshoe-shaped secretary desk. No one there. The west wing. You see that the door to the library is wide open. You look down, and there's a pane of glass that leads all down the west wing, like overlooks the library below. Nobody in it. Nobody on the corridor. The door to what used to be Sajida's office is wide open. The west wing door, if you keep going down that corridor, leads into the actual grounds behind the university. The door isn't open. You don't see anyone through the windows.
Let's go and have a look in Zashida's office, see what's happened there.
Alright, so you head up the staircase, heading up. And anyone else? Are you all going up?
Xerxes just following Grildar around.
Alright, so you manage to get to the top, and as you go to open the door, it's actually locked.
I thought you said it was wide open.
So from the secretary, the antechamber, there's a door that leads up a spiral staircase to another door that leads into a solar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you open this, Chester?
Yes, I might be able to give it a go. Give me a moment. Oh, let me have a little peek. Give me a sec. I'll try it. And you've tried everything in terms of opening it. I'll give it a go with this.
Oh, is that the spell knock?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the door, you cast the spell, and the door opens and unlocks and opens. Great spell.
There you are.
Go and have a look inside.
As soon as you walk in, there's Zashida's desk. One of the chairs is knocked over, and the rug seems scuffled, rolled up slightly towards the table. There's a very large chest behind the table, and Zashida's chair, the great piece of oak, is knocked over. Some books are all over the ground, and with your passive perception, Xerxil and Grildar notices a streak of blood, a quite fine streak of blood going in a line on one part of the marble floor.
Okay. I'll quickly look at anything relevant for us now, magic items and stuff is not really what we're here for. We're not trying to loot the place. We're just trying to find maybe some records or something. If someone left any private records here, I'm obviously not sure if she was the last one using it, but just trying to see if there's any recent scrolls or maybe a little tome that has information that might help us in finding anything useful. It could be something on political situation that's viewed from a different angle. It could be things on Godking's phylactery. Oh, that's a rare chance. Something about if there's any perhaps records of study or something of Manarch to find out the weak spots, something like this. Anything that's helpful.
Alright, everyone who's in the room can roll an investigation check, so, Xerxel, Chester, Grilda. Alright, bloody hell.
Xerxel can't read.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Xerxel goes and tastes the blood on the floor, sees if he can determine its origin.
Alright.
It's that time of the month.
Okay, so, yeah, you've tasted this plenty. It's human blood.
You have
It's like
tasted this
human.
plenty.
What do you want to say? It's Xerxel.
It's true.
I need to turn that light on. It's getting dark. Right. Yeah. However, Grildar, you got high, which means you bypassed a lot of things in the room, and you immediately go to the books, and there is a lot of information on bribes and money owed to Zashida. Manarch is one of them. With a 27, you immediately go scanning down. Anyway, Chester's like busy with this large chest behind the desk, like moving around it. Like, oh, it's a big chest.
His name is Chester.
Yeah, you managed to find that that Manarch owed Zashida the sum of 18,000 gold pieces.
Ouch.
Manarch seemed to owe it, and in a note she's put for bribery, for public drunkenness, the killing of whores, for the torture of animals, all kinds of stuff.
Well, most of those don't seem that incriminating. Almost expected of someone of his station, I guess. Trying to find something a bit more serious.
Yes, attempted assassination of a certain noble. He paid for it and it failed. No, it was for the father of the daughter he killed on your last mission.
Ah.
It says actually in the brackets that the God King himself counts with that one.
I think we rebelled against that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we had shit reasons to begin with, but now, at the end of the rebellion after we murdered him, all of the reasons are coming together.
I think, no, Manarch is still alive.
No, I mean the God King.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I felt like Xerxel had a fairly compelling reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, also,
I mean,
this
you weren't
information about the about Manarch is part of my backstory.
Mhm.
It's been there all along. We just never.
Yeah.
It never
No,
came up in play.
well, I'm not saying we didn't have a reason to kill Manarch. I was saying we didn't have a reason to kill the God King.
Oh yeah, no, but I mean the God King covered it up, and so that's why Grilder was discharged from the army, basically.
I
Chester.
did not.
We go to Chester. As you're investigating, you walk past this chest. Gets your curiosity.
My name is Chester, after all. I'll go after it.
So what are you doing?
I'm gonna go after that chest.
Alright, so as you're going to open it, it's slightly locked, and as you're going to open it, immediately you jump, because the fucking chest begins to move, and you hear a groan inside.
Gentlemen, I found a chest wasp.
Oh, what?
Something is in that chest.
Oh, you mean
Ah,
someone by the
just
sound of
wasp.
it.
Yes.
Let's have a look then.
No, we'll see it first. We'll open it. I'll try and open it again. Is it locked?
It is, yeah. This one with a big padlock. And inside you hear... help.
Shall I open it?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, good. As you are.
And as the lid of the chest swings open, at first it looks like a mass of cut-up flesh. This person flops out, and you see he's got gashes. He's got a very visible wound on his shoulder. And as he flops up, takes a deep breath. Water. You all look at him. It is Manarch Bastov.
It's not a wasp, but it does look delicious.
And his eyes are flickering. And looks at you, Grodon. He goes, "Oh no!
What
You
the
need-
fuck is going on?
You need to stop her."
Who?
He puts one hand on the edge of the chest.
Yeah, I'll quickly get my water skin and give him water. He needs to stop now.
The bitch with the horns. You need to stop her now. You need to go. He stands with wobbly legs, and he's completely naked, by the way. Please, Grodon, for your country, for your empire, go.
And you?
I'm in no state. You can take forms. And then he kind of falls onto one knee inside the chest. Go.
Here you go. John, Jesus, calm down. We need to hear you. And I'll essentially massage your skin.
Can everyone in the room make a Constitution saving throw?
What, are they throwing up at the site?
No, as you go to cast a spell on him, the glyph that had been put on him activates.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And on his forehead, something begins to sizzle and burn. And he goes, and a burst of energy comes out of his forehead. He shoots it kind of all around the room as he immediately falls down in pain, falls into the chest, and a blast of ice-cold wind shoots it into the room, coating everything in a rime of frost, and just shoots up towards the chandelier, shatters it, breaks the stained glass window that Lantix exploded out of earlier that had been fixed, and then he falls back against the chest, frozen. And let me
Just like holds his hands up. And he's like, I'm really sorry.
So Chester started massaging a naked man, and then out of his forehead,
He became a frost kid.
Alright, so you all take 39,
whiteness erupted.
39 cold damage.
Shit.
Did I not save with a 20?
Oh, with a 20, yeah, sorry, I always forget to add the 4. With a 20, you take half.
39, yeah?
And that, my friends, is where
Oh,
we're
you know
gonna...
what? Fuck it. It's as good as any time to use it.
Sure, that is where we're going to take a 5-minute break. We'll be
Nice.
right back. Those of you currently up in the solar, shivering off this attack, this cone of cold. What are you doing? I mean, it's your turn.
Just sigh heavily after shaking off the cold. For fuck's sake. Perhaps, for once, could you not, fix everything with a massage?
Yes. Right, you are.
Josh both gesture on that.
One source of good information, he's gone now, and I don't know if we're going to be able to get him back.
Well, what did he give us before he, fridged out?
Well, not enough.
Bridged out.
Well,
What the hell?
At least we know who he was talking
We
about.
need to go now, so... And you see that Grilder hesitates for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you reckon if you kill one half of a soul, then the other half just die?
He seems to ignore you, and then just walks off. And
Yeah,
walks
what do you
off
reckon?
purposefully in the direction of the
Dot,
place
dot,
where the execution
maybe.
was being held.
Aha, yeah, okay. Alright, so, Grildar, and I'm assuming Zerxel and Chester are heading to the hanging, or the execution.
Sure.
I guess so.
I mean, if you've got your own thing to do, I don't mind.
I do not.
Cirxel's still confused about the whole situation, so he's just following Grildar around until he can kill the God King.
But he already killed the God King.
Yeah, but Grildar tells him that he's not dead and he has to kill him harder.
Alright, so, as the group about maybe halfway there, let's execute this plan. So, Elzef and Makra.
Okay, Elsef casts Fly on Makra, and then, as discussed, goes to the guards right next to the execution grounds.
Okay, so as you're doing that, Manok begins to speak,
Okay.
shouts out to the crowd, his voice carrying much larger and wider than it should. And he just begins to shout, "Friends! Citizens! I am Manok Bastoff, eldest son of the Bastoff line. I am here to give you a show that none of you will ever forget. A show that will ring through the ages." And then he walks up and down the bridge as he begins to shout, and he goes, "I am going to execute 3 Bretonian prisoners. Show them out there on their fancy ships that we, here, the Nereans, are not afraid. None." And then he stands up, draws a big scimitar, walks up behind the woman on the left, the furthest left, brings the sword round with a spin and goes, "Shall we get it done, Nereans?" And you hear like a kind of cheer go up, and you hear someone near you, Macro, go, "Brum!"
Is Chester there yet?
No, you guys are quite far away still.
That's probably for the best.
Alright, so, Elzef, continue with what you were doing.
So Elsef uses all 5 charges of magical tinkering
Yeah.
to enchant 5 little metal balls with
Yep.
an ominous ticking sound. As if a bomb was going to explode. And then walks up to the guards right next to the execution grounds and says, "I'm sorry, sir. I've been finding these weird little metal balls around the plaza. And they make this ominous noise, and it seems dangerous. So I have come to report the matter." And she just hands the 5 metal balls to the guard.
The guard, this is the one at the front, he was standing on a crate, and he looks at them, looks up at you. You can make a deception check with advantage.
This is the signal, by the way, Macron. So if you
Oh yeah, as soon as the scene starts talking to the guard, I'm flying up, I reckon. I'll probably give it a little bit of delay for the actual. If I see those pass or something, I'll probably wait until she actually hands over what she's giving and then make a move.
Alright, so this guard smiles, and there's a twinkle to his teeth. He's definitely got a pair of wicked-looking fangs. Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, fuck me. But I am now... Oh no, I took dexterity as resistant, not I still have no proficiency in this. That's Flash of Genius. Fuck me. Is that a spell? It better be a spell.
It was a spell, yeah.
That's a 20 then.
Ooh, just passed, yes. So you feel a dominate spell going over you. You shake your head and instantly he goes, interesting, as he draws a sword. And you see the crowd around you are pressing in close. This is considered difficult terrain, obviously, because
I see my distraction has failed.
distraction.
Yes. Are you currently being distracted? How would you rate your distracting experience?
I'd give it a 11 out of 10. And he moves forward. Do you want to roll initiative?
Sure.
Oh my god.
Well,
Does that go for me as well?
Yep.
I mean, it was a tall order for a character with a -3 in charisma to deceive anyone.
Like not open.
In fact, before you roll, I'm going to quickly move you over to the map. Why not?
Can't otherwise.
He has a battle map, we're fucked. I would never have suggested such a simple plan if I had known there was a battle map.
What do you mean?
Oh, we now know who they all are.
Well, we know one of them's a fucking lie.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so let me roll initiative for this guard. You attempted to roll a command looking for a selected token ability, but the selected token does not represent a character. Oh. That never normally mattered.
Where are we on the map? Are you dragging us on? Or do you want to do it?
If you drag your stuff out.
Liam, it's because they don't represent a character. They can be tokens not linked to HP, but if they don't have a sheet linked to them, it doesn't know what initiative to roll.
Thank you, because these guards are multiples, so I just. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. So if you could drag your characters out near the platform.
Yes, the right side, the left side. Why does it not let me roll fucking initiative, man? Oh yeah, there it says it's roll. Let's see.
Let me. Alright, you're not that side, by the way. You're the south side.
No, which guard did I speak to? Which is the scary, spooky guard? Oh, this dude. But this random fucker has dominated personal. We're so fucked. Wow.
Alright, so as it fails, Macro, your turn.
Well, I've got flying now, aren't I? How much speed do I have flying?
No, I posted it somewhere. You have a fly speed of
In fact,
60. Nice.
60 feet.
So what's that? That's 12 squares. So 1, 2. How tall is this platform?
about 40 foot up.
But that's not because flying up diagonal takes as much feet as flying out.
Yeah, but if it's a flat wall, I can't fly through it, can I?
Yeah, but you can just go up like this and it wouldn't take you extra movement speed.
I've still got to get up though toward the 40 foot, haven't I? So I've got to work that out. So I've got 20 foot one to get to the top, haven't I, no matter what? No. 15 foot I've got once I get up there. So again, I'll probably go up another 10 foot just so I'm like... Oh no, because it doesn't matter, I can keep going diagonally, so I've got 15 foot. So I'll go, so 1, 2, 3. But then I'll actually be I'll be 15 foot in the air. So I'll go a little bit diagonal, go up the wall, and then once I'm at the top of the wall, continue flying along the wall, but then up diagonally as well. Which will be 15 foot along the wall and 15 foot up as well.
Okay. Let me just quickly
That's
open
me
some characters. I'm sorry about
No,
this.
damn! I'm an idiot!
Sorry about this, other guys, but they decided to do this. I apologise. Alright.
No worries.
I've got dash as well, I'm an idiot. What's that? That's 12 squares now, so then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I can get there in one turn, get in with a dash. I'll hover above them.
How far?
Up here.
This platform here is slightly higher, by the way. It's like 10 foot higher.
I'll just keep going up there until I'm about 15 foot above them.
Alright, cool.
And that's me done.
Alright. I should have taken...
Oh yeah, well, did forget about that. I'm probably going to take a lot of fire.
I forgot to take Manark's turn, so I will take it now.
Don't stress yourself, Leo. You don't have to.
What spell level is Fly?
It's third.
She dispels it. Manark brings her hand up, and you see a Fey energy glow around his hand, points towards you, and you just go full 15 feet to the ground, right in front of them all.
Thud. Oh, fucking hell. Then this through.
Elzef, your turn.
Since that was a face spell, can't Elsa roll insight to figure out if that's actually Manark? Well, Elsa wouldn't even know that he doesn't.
You can't see it.
Alright, because I'm...
Crowd around you are going crazy now. One of them goes, "Oi, that's Macra!" And you hit Rebel!
Macra, the known criminal? Elsef is gonna use the Boots of Flying to fly up. Taking an attack of opportunity.
Right, so as he attacks, can you make a perception check?
Sure.
As he attacks with the sword, you notice the sword goes right through you, but it misses. Like it's an illusion.
Ooh. This is all very fucked up what's going on here. Elsef then does something completely reasonable, learned from her good new friend Zerxel, which is take out a mortar and shoot it. Angled in a way that it hits everything on this platform, but not the crowd.
The crowd are everywhere.
But like, it's an elevated platform, so fire... I mean, if they get hit by a burning piece of wood or something, fuck them, right? Bad luck. They're not gonna... It's not like Elsef has any empathy right now, so who gives a shit?
So onto that platform, yeah?
Yeah.
It's basically fireball, isn't it?
It is fireball. It is a really fireball. And does 3 extra damage. As she casts Fireball, she says, "I am currently distracting you from the known criminal Macra."
Okay, so it looks like a bunch of them took a load of damage. One of the one on the south, the wizard-looking character, manages to dodge it. Takes half damage. However, so all the guards on top of the platform, and that's it, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Alright, cool. Anything else?
Nope, just drawing attention.
Alright, so let me roll this. Alright, so Macra, a bunch of bullets hit you.
Uh-huh.
Total of 35 piercing damage as they all turn around and fire at you.
Have you halved that?
No, that's so halved.
Are they all individual shots though?
Yeah, I've added them all.
What are they individually? Because it's probably the last one to halve it.
Okay,
Half that.
15,
So
11, 13.
7, 5, 6, yeah.
Yep.
25
Right,
damage.
so
Sweet.
this City Watch captain looks over towards Macra, moves here, makes the leap onto the bridge.
That was impressive.
Mm-hmm. And as he moves forward, vanishes from sight.
Marine.
That guard in front of you, Elzef, runs this way. See what he can do. Yup, begins flying himself as he moves towards you.
This is most unexpected. Please explain yourself.
This guard seems to bump into something as he moves here, then switches around, moves to Macro, and stabs up with his scimitar.
20 AC now.
Yep, they both miss. This guard, 1, 2, 4, 6, moves there, goes for the same thing. Misses. This one begins to fly also as he moves over here. The knight, this character here, spends the action to climb up here, brings his sword up, cuts Vivian's head off.
That's yours, getting revived.
Manarch, laughing now, obviously in a girlish voice, brings that, what now you can see as an illusion fade, a dagger, rips the sack off of Amelie's head, and shoves the dagger into her neck. Once, twice, blood spurts all over you, all up the front, and then you, as she falls forward, and she kicks her off the platform, and she slumps into the ground next to you, and you hear Dariosa going, "No! No! Where's my sword? How's Vivian?" Macro?
Cool, right. There's only so many things I can do. I'll use my free item interaction to... What's Dariosa currently in? What is he bound with?
What look like metal manacles,
Yeah.
and he's got a sack on his head, and it's around his feet and his hands.
Right, okay, so my free item interaction is giving him a bastard sword in his hands.
What, behind him?
Yeah, just giving him something. I'll just point it in his hands once he break out. And then for my action, I will give him 50 points of lay on hands.
Nice. Okay.
Give him a bit of juicing. That should be my turn done. Yeah, I can't do anything with bonus action yet, can I? No, yeah, you're done.
Alright, so Darioso stands, swings awkwardly, right?
I was hoping he'd break manacles first, but never mind.
Oh, you see him straining against his manacles. As he rages, he's unable to break free, so he moves and falls flat on his face here. Just kind of like runs off the edge and slams onto 10 feet down to the planks.
I was at initiative 16, but I appear to have disappeared from the initiative order.
You are there, it's just that you might have rolled it on the other screen.
Okay, so I'm
you
there
are
for
next.
you.
Yeah. Alright, so you're next, Elsa?
Well, also dances a bit around this other flying dude and continues the distraction with another fireball.
What, up on the platform?
Yeah.
It seems to be very ineffective.
It's very sad. I imagine half of them are illusions at this point.
Is that dead woman there? Hang on, I've missed something massive here. Is that dead woman there, Emily Tinkerton?
Yeah.
Yep, she just died.
Oh, well, fuck.
It's alright, resurrection scrolls exist as long as we get it done quick.
I was going to say.
Right, so at that moment, Macro, you feel a hand on your like thigh. Feels weird.
Yeah.
Can you make a charisma saving throw? And what looks like, as it comes out of invisibility, you see this creature, a tiger, humanoid.
Fucking tabaxi.
A tiger humanoid. Its claws out and its hand glowing green as it just touches you.
It's
Alright, Macro, you are plane shifted to the Feywild. You disappear.
That's a nuisance.
We'll get back to you later.
I mean, I said he's probably not going to be so unguarded there that it's a good idea to take him head on, and everyone's like, yeah, no, we're just going to stay and keep a low profile. Attack!
He's trying to kill Dariosa.
Alright, so gunshots go off.
Everyone's favorite NPC Dariosa was in danger, and we went to save him.
Everyone's favorite.
You are hit, Elzeth, with one of the bullets as it's come towards you. They just fusillade straight towards you.
I'm fine. I'll take a hit.
52 bludgeoning damage, piercing damage.
52 from one bullet.
Oh no, that's the next preceding amount of bullets. You're hit 3 times.
Well, multiple bullets are coming towards me. I'm casting shield.
You cast shield. So as you cast shield, the first one ricochets off, but the 2 still find their mark. You were crit twice, basically.
I mean, I'm just having a doozy of a day. Macro is gone.
You take 40 piercing damage.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
The guard in front of you is illusion fading as he casts a spell. His hand glowing green. Can you make a charisma saving throw?
Why is it always? I should have taken resilient charisma at this point. I thought dexterity was the better choice. Charisma saving throw. Okay, also fails. I'm a -3. Yeah.
You are plane shifted to the Feywild. I mean, that ends
that's
that.
not the worst outcome.
Well, LSF and Macro have got an interesting side story for the next 3 weeks.
Well, no, I think that's like a minute, right? We'll be back in a bit and get our shit kicked out of.
No, it's plane shift. You're there.
Oh.
No. You just got fucked over by
You
it.
weren't banished.
Yeah, you weren't banished or anything. You were plane shifted.
Master Macro, what a coincidence.
Let me get to you two in a minute. So the rest of the group are moving southward, running basically to get to here. And Grildar, as you begin to pass over the hill over the marketplace leading down, Chester coming up behind you, heaving, because he's not a very athletic person. On the horizon, there's something interesting. At first, you see one sail in the middle of the armada come down. And then, along the line, hundreds of sails come down. And the boats, all the ships begin moving towards the city.
Well, that's good to know.
Well, something's happened, has it not?
Yes, I'm sure that someone was able to see this from a distance, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're trying to achieve. Obviously, I know what's going on, but how much do you reckon Grildar knows of this conflict, and how much he understands?
Well, you knew
what to
that
act upon.
the threat was that they wanted Amelie back.
Mm-hmm.
So, I am gonna weigh in here and say that something big has just gone down for the entire fleet to break formation.
Well, we knew that much, right? It was discussed that executions are happening in the square, probably well within view of the spyglasses on the ships, and Monarch is provoking an attack. I don't know what reason he has to provoke a full frontal attack, but I'm sure there's some kind of plan. Either way, I don't think getting caught in the bombardment is the way to go, so I'll immediately redirect to the estate.
Alright, so as you're redirecting to the estate, something happens towards where the executions were. There's a mass amount of screaming, and a load of people running your way. And around the buildings heading that way, there's an outline of something black, and you can see something whipping back and forth from the main platform.
This will be the stuff of legend. Sorry, Grildar. And I run. Xerxil, the God King's over there. He's naked, primed for death, and covered in crunchy spice.
Zaxil runs wherever Chester's pointing.
He's made of different covered in crunchy spice. Alright, and as you guys pass through the alleyways, pushing people aside, up on the platform, there stands what looks like a headless tiefling, grabbed hold of Hadar. A mass amount of shadowy, inky tendrils protruding from her back, her legs, her arms. They've grabbed hold of Hadar, and she looks terrified. Absolutely terrified, as this thing vomits what looks like void towards her.
Oh, right, she did have those gauntlets. Yeah, executing her might not have been the best idea.
Yeah, the rest of the group knows she had the void soul in her. And Chester, you witnessed this kind of over these next couple of seconds, this being, this what looks like eldritch, shadowy void being, literally vomiting this power into Hadar. It's stabbing her, going through her skin, pinning her to the platform, entering her eyes. There are these tiger-like humanoids running towards her, and immediately as they run towards her, this shadowy humanoid turns, and with one strike, turns them to ash, and then begins carry on what looks like transferring power.
This is... You ever seen anything like that, Xerxes?
Not really. Where's God King?
Ah, behind that shadowy figure.
Launch a fireball?
Okay. Some poor confused guards are looking up at this with their sword. They go and just get absolutely burnt to ashes.
Where'd he go? Don't see him.
Okay. I tried. Chester's gonna, thing is, he doesn't have a great understanding of the situation either. Yeah. I don't particularly want to get turned to ash. I'm guessing he can't see Makrar and, Elzeth because they're not going to be there.
They're the Feywild. What fun! This is like a spin-off.
Well, I guess you're trying something, I may as well try to. And why not? Let's give it a go. Let's get dead. I'll shoot a fertile jet of turbulent juice his way.
At whose way?
Oh no, Chester doesn't know. The shadowy figure.
You're shooting Vivian's headless corpse.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
No! Fucking shoot Hadar!
I'll shoot Hayda.
Alright, give me a second. Let me get a character sheet back up.
To disintegrate the corpse, you might want to revive it.
Holy shit, she failed.
Oh my
Right.
god.
Yeah, so it hits her, blasts a part through her, and you can see all of this shadowy void energy running through her, through the hole. She lets out a wail and falls to the ground.
What?
That one! God King's wearing her young supple face.
Alright. More fireballs.
Just gonna keep... Alright, so as you're fireballing the platform, of course, fire begins to like whoosh up all up the side of the platform, and it collapses in on itself, Zerxil, and you see these corpses and these two people go in amongst the fire that you've created.
Yeah. Until Chester said otherwise, there's an orbital bombardment of fireballs.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, I'll candle of Osiris lightning bolt as well. Why not?
There looks just to be nothing left. You guys have bombarded this platform to the point when it's all collapsed in on itself. The marksmen, looking completely confused at this event, have fallen into the fire, like Wilhelm scream style. They've all just gone in.
Work, sweet Zerxil.
And at that moment, you guys find yourself, both of you find yourself surrounded by nothing. Everyone has left. In front of you, you can still see the kind of like lashing and the thrashing of what looks like tendrils and whips and black kind of snake-like appendages. And beyond that, the ships ever moving closer towards the city.
I'll keep my distance, but I'll go up onto the platform. Have a look at the classified. Do I see Amelie?
You don't see a corpse, no.
This is a shit fest. Vivian's corpse still there?
You don't see it. You see Hadar amongst the fire, on the ground, laying prone, shaking violently as if she's having a fit.
Oh, she's still alive?
Yeah, all these black void tendrils are in her, flapping around the ground about her, dragging her out of the fire.
How close can I get to her?
What, amongst this fire? Not close. She's directly in it. She's inside the fire.
Still bloody alive, Jesus. Chester needs Grildar.
Grildar ran the other way.
Grildar ran the other way. What am I going to do here? Fucking hell. I
What,
will.
no. What do? What do? Where is?
But we want that one.
What?
And I'll point at the tendril. I'll point at Hader.
That
The only
one?
thing here that knows what's going on. We've just shot out of shit.
Shoot more, shoot less.
Less. Let's get her out.
Are you both going to attack her?
To go get her out.
Just have a little chat with her.
So how do you go about doing this? She's inside the wall of fire that you guys just created.
This is fucking hard. Very difficult. I rely on Grildar for these situations.
Let's. I'll do another fireball, but I'll make it. I'll make it cold damage.
Oh, well
Clever.
done. Yeah, and as you hit her with it, and it explodes around, you see she's quite resistant to that. She doesn't seem to be much hurt by it at that moment, and it just kind of leaves a
It
nice
is
big
cool.
circle of area that isn't flame.
I think you get a bad rep, you know, on account of your psychopathic tendencies, but actually you're not bad.
What?
Never mind. Let's go get her.
She
I'm gonna
stands
walk
up, by the
straight
way,
over. Oh shit.
and as she looks at
So
you,
it's like my guests don't like Coke. I'll offer them Coke Zero.
as she stares at you, you see her milky blind white eyes now have black all the way around, except for the white pupils in the middle. And as she looks at you, all, the tentacles slap back in around her back, and she snaps to the front and just looks at you all. No,
Hello
emotion
there.
on her face.
Good-
Her eyes gone
Good
wide.
horn one. How are you?
She begins walking towards you quite slowly, purposefully.
We may have to stand our ground here, Zaxel. I have no idea. But until that moment,
Okay.
let us try and treat. Good sir, good madam.
She stops.
We entreat you to this purpose of what has happened here. We're merely here to assist the situation.
She says nothing.
Are you the God King?
The God King.
Good
She
work,
looks up
Zaxel.
to the
She does
sky.
speak.
He'll soon be back.
You're not
So-
God King?
She shakes her head.
Whom may I ask are we currently speaking to?
Hadar.
For realsies?
For realsies. And she begins moving towards you.
Right. And your intentions here, good Hadar, are we're at a bit of a loss.
She begins walking she walks towards you, but makes to go past you.
Chester does absolutely nothing.
Yep, she keeps walking.
Do you want to take her out? Do you want to try?
What do you mean?
Like, you know, should we kill her or not? I have no idea.
I don't know. She says she's not God King.
Yes, I know, but she also said he'd be back, which makes me assume they might be in league.
Oh, okay, we kill her then.
But what if we die?
Bad things have gone bad.
Can't argue with that.
We can't die to God King. We got to kill him. It's not allowed.
Okay, righto. Here we go then. Hadar.
Oh, Hadar! Just can we cue you for a moment? Can you both of you roll initiative? That's so fucking good. Oh, Hadar!
Wildcard huddle.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't have a void form token yet, but I'll use a normal one.
Sorry, guys, I can't find my token to click it, ergo to do a thing, so I'll have to drag it out onto the map. Hang on. Yeah, I'm running slightly faster this week, though, you'll be pleased to know. Oh, I'm doing everything so much faster. Right. Oh, and look at my initiative, it's like it's repetitive.
Alright. So, Chester, you're up first.
With immediately when it's baby time. I bet she's going to be immune to charm, but fuck it.
Check. Yep, doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay. Well, that's me, Jackson.
Is it gonna be a fireball?
No, it's not. Let's start with a ruin, and we'll try and make it more difficult. Brilliant.
She passes. That was
Shit.
just a lucky
Right.
roll.
Thank God.
Nicky can go and have a little bite.
That misses.
I'm done.
She turns. What is this? You're far outmatched. Brings her
That's where
hand
we
up.
get that.
Brings her hand up, and you see the Fey energy like gathering like fire on her arm. And then she charges forward at top rate speed, and immediately skids under Chester's legs. And as she moves up, her legs don't move up, or her arms. You see these void tentacles lash out around the ground, lift her up like Dr. Octopus. And then she slams her knees down and round on the top of Chester. And Chester, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
The ability I didn't get to use in the last battle because you guys were like fucking her up. She twists her knees, and Xerxil, you hear Chester's neck. Chester,
Yeah.
you fall unconscious.
Wow. Brutal. Down to 0 yet?
No, you just fall unconscious.
Oh, okay.
And then it's Xerxil's turn.
This is a problem.
She's right. You're within, obviously, melee range with her.
Why?
I'm assuming you were with Chester, right?
I'm not up his arse.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, Ruin's always a classic, so let's go with that.
Yep, she fails.
Cool.
And that's a fine hit. Right.
Right.
Good turn.
Done.
She uses Summon Help. Let me do some rolling.
I really hope, like, her
Vagel's
House
son's
cleaner.
appear again.
Oh, her house cleaner shows up.
Okay. Not so bad. 2 Rakshasa burst into existence to your left and right.
No. Will,
It's not been a group. You split up, and you know what happened? You never
is
split
it
the
too
party.
late? Is it too late to cast counterspell?
No, you're unconscious.
Oh yeah, of course. Is it too late to
the
unconsciously
one
cast
time-
counterspell?
The one time he remembers the counter spell, he's fucking unconscious. I can't even. Oh,
I know this is
I don't-
painful for you. I'm so sorry. Right.
at least Dariosa is not confirmed dead.
Okay, so Haydar does move towards you, Xerxil, and looks down and says, "I'll let my father deal with you," and just goes to grab you. I'm gonna need a charisma saving throw from Xerxil.
Xerxil.
Classic stuff, though. Classic stuff.
And pop.
Ah, Master Zuxel.
Hello.
I guess it's a pop.
Do you want to go back?
Alright, let me describe what you guys are seeing first, of course, because they would have. And that's end of combat, so.
Hold on.
Well. So.
Did you pick plane shift? Do you have plane shift?
But he'd have to have a
Someone
rod. He has to have a rod attuned to the material plane to come back, obviously. Okay,
Alright.
so what immediately happens is, Macro, as you are touched on the fire, you just turn around, immediately you're falling. You hit onto something soft, the air fills with something yellow, you breathe it in, you're immediately dizzy, float, skim across a pond, and are grabbed by something, looks like a tree, you struggle, are bowled, as if like a bowling ball, down a cascade, smash into what looks like another little bit of a lake, crawl up, grabbing the reeds and grass around you, breathing deep, and in front of you, a small creature, half frog, half humanoid, maybe dwarf size, and then runs away through the grass. Elzeth, straight into water. You are carried away on the current just for a brief moment before grabbing onto the side and lifting up to your right down what looks like a cascade of sorts, where water seems to flow over the air. There is mackerel, kind of just climbing up from the ground on the nearby coastline.
Elsa flies over.
Mm-hmm.
Macro just flops onto his back and spits out some mud.
As you spit out mud, it just turns to blobs, like perfect droplets, and floats off. And you notice the sky is is currently in dusk, completely reds and yellows bleeding across the sky.
Alright, slaps himself.
Would you like my expert opinion, Master Macro?
I'm really high right now.
No. I mean, I would have to look at you properly to deduce that, but unrelated to you being high, this is the Feywild.
After slapping himself, he slaps Elzeth.
That was uncalled for.
No, no, I must not be high.
I have not been part of many rescue attempts. How would you rate this one?
Well, this is you rescuing me.
Oh no, I meant the rescue attempt of the arena fighter.
It was going pretty well until the tiger showed up.
Okay, pretty well until the tiger showed up. I will take that into account for future rescue attempts. This is my new baseline, so...
Yeah, contingency plans for tigers showing up.
Contingency plans for tigers, yes. Quite unexpected. I did not know the Mokhul army was employing them, but a lot of things changed in 200 years of an empire, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, definitely a new thing, yeah. Feywild then.
Yes, definitely. I've only read about most of this in books. Again, the first time I actually turned on my portal, soul being ripped out and everything. But this is very much the Feywild, yes.
Fey Father here then.
Well, I haven't seen him yet, no.
You guys are currently in a glade of sorts with a pond that's elevated. Looks like it's been man-made with bricks and old ancient stones covered in lichen. Then it cascades over the air down into another pond below, which you guys... And you're surrounded by a wall of thick fir pines that kind of go all the way around this glade. And then there's nowhere that water flows into these ponds. It just seems to keep coming and then not filling up, not overflowing, nothing like that.
How many years do your people live, Master Macro?
About the same as humans.
Okay, so you will survive until I construct a portal back. That is good to know.
Right, that's something you can do.
Well, I build a portal here. If you give me 20 years, sure.
It seems like a lot of you're lacking resources in here, though.
Oh yes, that's the 20 years. I've taken into account the fact that I've built one previously and have no resources other than flying bubbles and I assume fairy dust, which is not part of a portal.
Would it not be easier to find your other portal? Like, for sure its exit is here.
Oh, this is
and I imagine it's where the Fey Father is. So if we find him, then we can use the portal.
I would be tempted to agree, Master Macro. Yeah, that would be much easier. But I have read that navigating the Feywild is difficult.
We'll give it a go. We'll find a guide. I just spoke to a lot frog guy. Didn't speak common though.
Okay, I must update my previous statement. I now believe that you are indeed high.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
so as you're speaking, there's a sound, and Xerxil, you land perfectly safe and fine on the shore on the upper pond. Plop.
Wow.
We have the
Master,
upper pond or the lower pond.
Feel like
By the way,
making a
Xerxil,
pond.
at that moment, you hear something with 8 wings, long stinger-like country spice, flies in front of you. It's about maybe a foot large, with these weird tessellated eyes, and it just flies around your head. It's very colourful. Leaves.
He either grabs it, chases it, or gets attacked by it.
make an attack roll or an acrobatics check. Either or, it doesn't matter.
Xerxil with any creature ever.
That's a new crunchy spice, isn't it?
Yeah, so you manage to leap forward, grab hold of it, crush it in your hands. This thick, viscous green goo oozing out as you fall into the pond, kind of like up to your head. Swim back, and it's still buzzing slightly, and this stuff in your hand kind of like has that glittery effect, like the unicorn gin. Kind of all like.
Yeah, just try and pop a little hole of it in it and suck its innards out of the exoskeleton.
It is delicious, sweet, almost fruity. Like, and at that moment, you immediately jump, come to your defense, as a flopping, unconscious Chester goes right next to you, and then wakes up instantly.
Rolls a D10,000 for eating the dragonfly. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, fuck it. He gave me the idea. Do it.
Xerxis' alignment changes to good.
Oh my god! Could you imagine that one? That would be so fucking good.
And what?
This fits so well. All right, so as you look down, and Chester and Xerxil look down towards Bakra and Elzef, you can see them kind of talking amongst themselves, although their voices aren't drifting up this far. Immediately, you feel something pinch Xerxil, and you turn, and a fish, maybe only about 8 inches long, with sharp fangs, has bit onto your leg. Yeah, and as you do it, just grows wings, flies around you, and begins chasing you and trying to bite you.
This is not the shark. Something's wrong.
Sorry, did you say it grows wings, chases me, and tries to bite me?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's you. That's the Wild Magic Surge. A magical piranha is chasing you, trying to bite you.
Yeah, but chase implies that I run,
All right,
not try to chase it and eat it.
All right, so you get nipped.
It's just going to be us squirming around trying to eat each other.
All right, make an acrobatics check because you do take one.
Wrestling a fish to see who can eat the other one first.
You take 1 damage from the bite. It wins. For fuck's sake. It bites you again for another piercing damage.
I can't even see my token anymore. Where's it gone?
So good. Fucking hell, this
Is my
session's
token invisible? Where is it?
Wait, if Xerxis leads this one, is that gonna be another wild magic search? Are we in an endless circle?
Am I blind? Has my token disappeared? It was there a minute ago.
I don't know.
Is it maybe covered by one of the tigers? Or by
Maybe.
Chester being giant?
No, it's not. Why do you need the token?
Oh, it's just easier for the HP, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, you've taken 2 damage in total. So you'll go again.
Yeah, I've done it. What do you want? Another acrobatics?
Yeah, or like you can try to grapple it with athletics. It depends which one you're better at.
Acrobatics.
Let me roll. Oh, you rolled a 12. Okay, so you managed to grab hold of it. And it's like. Yeah, you bite its head off. You roll 1d10,000.
Yep. Oh, it's a high.
Is it?
I'm not sure that makes a difference in that list.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't really know.
You get sucked into a spear. It's been nice.
That's how all my evil characters end.
That's a high roll, that is.
Right, so immediately you are kind of like feeling a bit gassy. Well, you burp and a plume of yellowing gas comes out of your mouth, and then immediately, Chester, you witness this. You have to go on all fours, or you're going to go flying back from the on the power. You begin belching out flammable gas in a 60-foot cone, just in front of you.
It's probably best if you don't eat anything here, Axel.
But it's so delicious.
Look, Master Macron, Master Xerxel is here to rescue us.
Oh, am I still unconscious? Sorry, I shouldn't.
No. I did say that you flopped through, kind of like ragdoll style, then shot awake the moment you hit the ground.
Nagra!
Hi. Did the tigers get you as well?
No, it was Hadar.
Ah,
Was Hadar there?
Yes.
Where was she?
Well, we kind of blasted her into the platform, and then she kind of, I mean, of course, I could have destroyed her, but I felt like it was best to give her a chance, and she obviously decided that we would be best serving here.
I have heard that you are champion of the arena, Master Decker. I'm quite impressed.
Ah, thank you.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but that one was really bad. Nobody liked the spark stick.
Right you are, Axel. Well, you must try them all.
Master Decker, Master Xerxel, since you are now here as well, Master Macra and I were going to look for my portal and hopefully use it to get back. If you have better ideas, I would be open to suggestions. You are in the Feywild, in case that was not clear by the...
No, that sounds like an excellent idea. In fact, it was my first thought.
Yes, I do have a very positive impression of you now, Master Decker, after everything I've seen you do and heard. It is very obvious to me now that you only pretend to be a bumbling buffoon, who is actually quite skilled.
Thank you. And you too. Your egg research. Quite phenomenal.
Thank you. I was worried no one would appreciate my egg research. Master Ambler did just walk away, but I do think it would serve Mokhul City quite well, obviously if it does not get destroyed.
Excellent.
Talking of eggs,
Well,
Excellent!
talking of eggs, Axel, near your foot, an egg rolls out of the tree line. Quite small. And you see
We
these
know
little...
what the outcome is.
You'll see this little pair of yellow eyes from the tree line pointing at friend.
I don't know why you're still looking at me. I obviously eat it.
You know what to roll.
He just wants to war wild magic surges till his fucking sun explodes because Xerxel eats an egg.
Oh my god, you need to stop rolling!
It's
Seriously.
killing Doctor. You say I need to stop rolling. Don't put eggs in front of Xerxel.
What the fuck? Chester, can you make a death saving throw?
fuck.
What?
That's brutal.
No, this is...
Imagine
This
if
is
Chester
so
rolled a 1 here.
Is Chester going to die because Xerxel laid an egg?
cultivate the fucking egg.
Hang on.
Right, yeah, you just rolled a d20.
Death saving throw, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, it's taking me ages just to get this up.
No, it's fine.
Now I've pressed it, I'm stuck into it. There we go.
What is that?
To know me how big Chester Decker's token is on the map.
Okay. Jesus! It's a harsh one. Right, so Chester, you save, and at that moment, you all see Chester go, huh! Freeze solid, and then fall to the ground. His clothing, it was save for death. if you make a death saving throw, if you succeed, your clothing turns to gold. If you fail, you die. So yeah, you're
Jesus.
got gold clothing made of gold. That's why you fall to the ground.
Well, not that I don't like this place, but can we hurry the fuck up?
Master Decker, can you move like this?
No, you can't.
It's funny. It's funny you should say that. Of course, I can move wherever I like, but I may need assistance.
Elsaf gets out the smith's tools. This will take a number of hours, depending on what quality you want the gold.
Please keep the food away from Xerxu.
This will take 10 seconds, and Macro just kind of like slices up the gold shirt that he's now wearing.
Yep. It's quite thin. It's like still the thickness of it. Though Chester, it's not malleable, so you're going to end up basically absolutely stark naked. Although you do have a sparkly dress.
Oh my god.
Master I'm quite disappointed. I thought you would see the value of a complete set of undamaged golden clothing.
You'll be able to wear it.
A bugbear, a soulless dwarf, a psychopathic lizard, and a man in a dress walk into the Feywilds. It's like the best start of a joke ever. Just skip me out, because it'll be quite a ride.
And I guess we play Wizard of Oz and follow some random point in the distance trying to find the portal.
Okay.
I guess Macra is the lion, Xerxel... No, I guess Xerxel is the lion. Who is the lion?
No, fucking Xerxel's all of the fucking gremlin creatures combined into one.
Elsaf is the Tin Man, because Elsaf has no soul. Chester is Dorothy, obviously. He's wearing the sparkly.
Yeah, he's in the sparkly dress.
Alright.
Macro he needs a brain.
So true, yeah. Right, so we're moving back to Mokhul City, Girldar. As you reach through the residence, out of breath, you turn around and there are citizens just running this way, exiting the city. Something happened, and as you look to your right, to the southeast, you see about 300 ships heading for the city. It don't look good for Mokhul.
Yeah, it doesn't, so that's exactly why I advise everyone to get the hell out.
They haven't arrived yet.
Oh no, but I mean, that was my advice to the rest of the crew. Yeah, so I head to the house. See if anyone's still there or whether they've already left.
It looks like
they've already
Jendal, Azria, Anarin, and Randall are left there, obviously, and they are gathering a cart full of stuff.
Does it seem like they've noticed what's happening outside?
Oh yeah, Jendal's kind of outside directing some of the servants and guards and is pointing towards the ships, and she's going, when they reach the shore, these soldiers will take everything and burn everything to the ground. We are leaving, we are taking everything.
Yes, and I'm really sad for Anna, but I think I'm coming with you. Can't keep that promise to her.
Okay. Alright. I'm glad you're coming with us. We're heading west to the Jade Tower. At least for now. And she begins, slapping the rams, so they begin moving forward with the cart.
Yeah, and I'll start, helping with any packing and stuff that's left.
Alright. And as you go about that, packing staff helping, you make ready to leave the city. And I think, for the sake of the fact that I don't have much planning ahead here, I'm going to end the session 10 minutes early, and we can discuss some stuff as well at the end. But anyway, that's where we're going to end today, with 4 party members in the Feywild, and Grilda going, where the fuck are my friends? We'll leave it
friends.
there. Friends.
Acquaint.